Hi, Phanessa here. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to knit the diagonal loops knit stitch. For the yarn, I'm just using Loops and Threads Charisma Tweed. This is a really old one, if you can tell by the label. And I'm just using a set of double pointed needles, 6.5 millimeters. I used this stitch in the checkered twist slouch beanie that I just released. So I wanted to make a video to help those of you that need assistance with this stitch itself. Although this is worked in rows and this is worked in rounds, there is just slight differences. Alright, let's get started. So I'm going to cast on using the long tail cast on method. You can use whatever method you'd like. If you need assistance, you can check out my how to knit list. So I'm going to cast on 24 stitches. This stitch pattern is in multiples of 6. Okay, so I have 24 stitches. So you're going to repeat knit 4, purl 2. So I will knit continental style and traditional. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn in the front, purl 2. Yarn in the back, knit 4, 2, 3, 4. Yarn in the front, purl 2. Okay, traditional style. Knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn in the front and purl 2. 1, 2. And you want to purl the last 2 stitches. Okay. For row 2, this is going to be the wrong side. You can place a marker on the right side so that you know where you're at. So you want to knit 2, purl 4. So just knit the knit stitches and purl the purl stitches. So knit 2, purl 4. Knit 2, purl 4. Knit 2, purl 4. Last stitch. Okay, so repeat rows 1 and 2 one more time. So knit the knit stitches, purl the purl stitches. So I repeated rows 1 and 2. So we have 4 rows. On row 5, we're going to work the long stitch that goes diagonal. And in order to do that, we'll start with skipping 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you want to count down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be your first one right there. And where you insert your needle is not going to be in that stitch or the next, it's going to be in between. So the stitch, so count 4 down and then right in between this stitch and this stitch. That's where you insert your needle. So then you're going to grab your yarn, wrap it around your needle, and pull up. So you're going to grab your yarn with your needle and pull up a tall loop like that. Then you're going to knit, purl 2, and then you're going to knit 3. Knit 1, purl 2, and then you're going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3, and then repeat. Long stitch. So count 4 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the space between these stitches. Count 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the next stitch. This is the 4th stitch down. Right in between, insert your needle, grab your working yarn, and pull up a tall, long loop like that. Make sure it stretches across. Knit 1, purl 2, and knit 3. Okay, so count over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right between these two stitches. Insert your needle. Pull up a tall loop. Got there. Okay, make sure it's long enough. Knit 1. Purl 2, and knit 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the space next to it. Pull up a long loop or a tall loop. Knit, purl 2, and knit 3. So because these long loops add 1 additional stitch, we will have to decrease in the next row to bring it back down to the correct stitch count. So row 6, purl 3, 1, 2, 3, knit 2, and so here is the long loop. We're going to purl these 2 stitches together and then repeat. Purl 3, 1, 2, 3, knit 2, 1, 2, and then with this long loop, purl 2 together. Purl 3, 1, 2, 3, knit 2, and purl these 2 together. Last set. Purl 3, 2, 3, knit 2, and last 2 stitches, purl them together. Row 7, knit 1, purl 2, I had my needle hooked onto that by mistake. Knit 3, repeat, knit 1, purl 2, knit 3. I'm going to repeat that all the way across. Last 3 knit stitches. Row 8, purl the purl stitches and knit the knit stitches. So you've got 3 purl stitches, 2 knit, just purl the purl stitches and knit the knit stitches. Knit 2, okay, so you're going to repeat those last 2 rows, and then we'll work another row of long stitch of this long stitch here. So repeat rows 7 and 8 once. Okay, row 11, we're going to knit 3, and then work the long loop or the long stitch. Count 4 over, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right next to it, between the 2 columns, insert your needle, grab your working yarn, and pull up a long loop. Okay, oops. And then you're going to knit 1, purl 2, and knit 1. We're going to knit 3, 2, 3, and then you just repeat. It's like this row down here, except you're starting at a different part of the stitch. Count 4 over, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down, in between these 2, grab your stitch, pull up a long loop, knit 1, purl 2, knit 3. Long loop, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit 1, purl 2, knit 3. Because we're at the end, we're not going to work another long loop. We're just going to knit 1 and purl 2. Row 12, we're going to knit 2, 1, 2, purl 2, 3, and 4. Knit 2, purl 2 together, and then purl 3. 1, 2, 3. Knit 2, purl 2 together. Remember, we're decreasing that extra stitch, and then purl 3. So repeat that across. Oops. So repeat rows 1 through 12 until you're happy with your size. I will work another set and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I worked another 12 rows. I am going to stop here and cast off. Knit 2, grab the first knitted stitch, pass it over the just knitted stitch and drop. Knit 1, grab the far right stitch, drop it, pass it over, drop, and then just repeat. Okay, once I block this, it'll look a little better. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. You'll be notified every time I post a new video. I'll see you next time.